Planet Earth. I'm your host, Chuck Whelan. I'm here with my regular co-host, Amber Greenlee.
Hi.
And also Chris Porro somewhere. I don't know where he is.
He's grabbing a costume.
Yeah, he's getting changed. He's dressing up because we're celebrating the
Yeah.
fact that his YouTube channel got lots of views. He's been making YouTube shorts. So we're going to talk about YouTube shorts. We're going to draw. I got sent, somebody made me a really nice birthday invitation. Wait. I'm going to show it for the ratings. I'm going to shamelessly show it for the ratings.
Your birthday invitation?
Wait, where is it? There we go. There. Can you see that?
Yes, I can see that.
All right.
It's
Well,
a
I don't
little
know if I can
small,
make-
though.
All right. Well, I'm going to draw it bigger for you. It's a sexy picture, but I looked at the fingers because my friend Emily had posted a meme, and ooh, here we go. Well, I'm going to put that up there. My friend Emily had posted. Oh, hello. There's some sort of shrimp coming, like a giant shrimp. So my friend Emily had posted a meme about how to identify AI. So out of all you can see on the screen here, which is AI generated? That's like a tough one. It could be me. It could be the sexy ladies with balloons. It could be the thing that looks like it just escaped from Red Lobster. Or it could be like that drawing behind Amber. Which of those do you think was generated by a computer? which is analog?
It's not the drawing behind me, because I did that one.
Well, unfortunately, it's a sexy invite to my party, but it's a really cool invite. So maybe I'm going to redraw it. It was really nice. It was made for me by my friend Hernan, a.k.a. Simon Ferocious, who has a track on the album, the Future Sounds of Urfspace album. He and with his band Japanese Baby, which is a Cure tribute band, which also features friend of the show, Teresa. Michelle's a friend of the show too, but friend of the show, Teresa, Teresa Moore. She also plays in Japanese Baby. And then later on that bill, same bill, there's going to be... I'm getting confused now. Oh yeah, the Black Crow King, which Teresa's also in, and that's fronted by, and Hernan is also in that one, and that's fronted by Roxy, and so they're pretty amazing, and he does amazing like Nick Cave. So we're going to be there at the Knockout Bar, which that's sort of my local at this point. It's sort of it's quite close to Chris. Chris could walk there quite easily. It's very near where Michelle Thomas Gallery was. It's just across the street there in that part of Mission, Mission 29th. I don't know what we're calling that. Outer Mission, lower, but it's not Outer Mission. That's further out. It's It's sort of Burnall Mission, something like that. So it'll be a cool party with bands, and you're all invited. So we'll be back in a minute. We're going to talk to Chris about, because there's going to be a big rock star there in the form of Chris.
I was just in San Francisco, and I think I'll sit this one out.
Well, okay, I'm going to be back, so I'm going to talk you into flying out again. For this event.
Again for your birthday party.
No, there's more reasons. I'm going to give you sort of a list of reasons when we come back. Oh, hang on, wait. But right now, we're going to have the theme tune. All right, I don't know what's happening there.
We're going to have the theme tune. Okay.
Yeah.
One day as I was wandering through the aisles of my art store, I bought myself a Pictomicron and some Bristol board. I made a fancy comic, and now I am all set to be the greatest web cartoonist on the fucking internet. I'll have a forum and a blog and links from PDP. I'll get reviewed by Webster, Green and William G. The world can be a roaster. I think it's a safe bet when you're the greatest web cartoonist on the fucking internet. When you're the greatest web cartoonist on the fucking
Yay! But enjoy that theme tune while it lasts, because we're going to be trading that up for a more official Planet Earth theme tune in a minute.
Yeah. I'll put myself right here.
You know, as soon as we can persuade like the rock star. So what's happening on your YouTube? Your YouTube channel blew up. Or no, you've been plugging away. I know you've been working really hard, Chris. I'm going to make you featured guest today. 'Cause you're like the unsung. He's the unsung star of the show, really. You know, he's made it all possible.
I don't know about that.
Well, no, you've been. I haven't done this show without you. I mean, it's about the time you went to Albuquerque, but even then you tuned in and were there. So
That's true. When I went to Austin, yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's another time, but I feel like you've been on the show, and you've been working really hard at posting YouTube videos. But actually, it doesn't look like hard work. You're just like you're sort of a natural
channel, right?
He's a natural at them. What is your YouTube channel, the Citrus Kids? Could you put the link in the chat?
Damn, yes I can. But oh man, my hands have so much refried beans on them, and I have to lick it off first.
Chris is much better at all this.
The thing.
He's like a natural.
A natural.
Like on all those YouTube shows, and Sean as well. You and Sean, you both you're really good at all that stuff, and you've got some really popular ones. People like some of those.
I like the shout out. Yeah. I'm gonna wipe my hands on my pants now. Hands on my pants. Hands on my pants. Okay. I'm gonna put the link in the show now.
Okay.
Can you play us some of them? Does that work?
Oh, can I do that? Can I? I don't think I can do that over YouTube. Can I? Is that possible?
I mean, if you share your screen and you're like doing it full screen, doesn't it share pretty well?
Yeah, you're right. Let's see if we can do that. So I'm going into the thing now, very slowly going into the thing. Here it is.
Here you go.
You can add to the count. What if I told you could get in on the ground floor on an amazing artist that nobody knew and then have bragging rights at a party? Would that be something you'd be interested in?
Why? Who's this groundbreaking artist? Is this you?
Who's this person? Is it Amber?
God damn! What kind of wing people are you? Fucking it all up. You're supposed to be like, yes, yes, yes. I'd be very interested in that. That's the response. Maybe I'll just give you some cards.
Hey, my spouse is a salesman, so
Okay.
I hear it all day long.
Oh damn! Can you help me? Can you help me tune up my pitch?
He probably can.
I want some notes. Can I get some notes from him?
Probably. You'd have to talk to him though, and his sultry voice.
My camera froze. I've got technical difficulties over here.
Oh no!
My camera was freezing yesterday when I was doing a show too. I don't know what's going on. I've got a weird setup right now.
Your voice is good though.
Thank you. I'm gonna tell you what. I froze. Look there. I froze like that. I'm gonna go away. I'll come back again. I think I have to restart my computer.
I'm gonna ask Amber to do some sultry impressions of her husband.
Sultry impression?
Yeah.
No. He. You know what I mean? He's got this like charismatic, velvety voice. You've heard it.
Is it like thank you for tuning in. This is W8KRP in Cincinnati.
If you wanted to, it could be.
Hello and welcome back to the Squid Hour. I'm Top Squid Chris Porro, and we're going to be hearing some very inky tunes in the next 30 minutes. And here we go. Is it like that?
Well, I mean, he was a high school English teacher for about 17 years. And so, he's used to talking to people. He's not afraid to have a conversation.
Now, see, I think that might be my problem. I'm afraid of having conversations, also of talking to people, but mostly of public speaking. That's where I'm the most terrified.
It doesn't scare me, public speaking. The way I look at it, you are more worried about how stupid you look than other people, right? So other people really they're caught up in themselves. They really don't care about you. And and you're thinking like, oh man, I'm going to look stupid. I'm going to look awful. People are going to judge me. Right. But that's all in your head. It's not in anybody else's head when you're talking. They're
You
just
know,
listening.
the thing is, like, the stuff in my head feels about 100 times more
Real?
yes. The stuff in my when like people say like, "Oh, well that's just in your head." I'm like, "Yeah, that's the shit that I listen to." It's like that
But at the same
that's like
time, you shouldn't.
that's like the current movie I'm attending. Like so I mean I guess what they're saying is like when they say it's all in your head, I'm like, "Yes, that's the most important shit." And that's why I feel this way. Oh,
At the same time, depression is liar. And the way I look at it is those intrusive thoughts, the thoughts of like, I hate you, you're awful, no one likes you, like people only pretend to like you, that kind of stuff. That's depression. It's a lovely birthday card.
So this is another nice card that's sent me by Hernan. Hernan, buddy, I love you. There's only a problem is that I know some of my artist friends are going to get a little upset that is generated by AI. But
Yeah.
I've realised though something, Amber.
Uh-huh.
Like that AI has been stealing the art from all the artists.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? AI art can't be copyrighted.
No, it can't.
So I can steal AI art and then I'll own it. If I draw this picture, I have a copyright of that picture.
Like somebody said about AI stuff the other day is, why would I bother reading it if somebody didn't bother writing it? Right? And the same's true about like
No,
art.
but
Like,
I'm going to draw it. I'm going to draw it.
I mean, that's kind of what Matt was doing too, is he was taking AI images and
I'm stealing it back.
Yeah, and
I'm
turning them
profiting on it for
into-
myself.
paintings.
Oh yeah, that's what he's doing. All right, so yeah, that's where I got the idea from. All right, well, he's a great artist. I'm just the imitator. And Amber, you enabled me because you introduced me to him.
I
So
I
now
am
I'm
an
doing it.
enabler when it comes to art. And Matt's an amazing artist. He really is. We should have him on the show again. What he's doing right now, which is very interesting, is he had a very popular painting, and it sold at a gallery show. But there was a couple people that remarked at the gallery show that they wished they had gotten the painting, right? That it sold before they had it. So what Matt is doing is he's painting copies of the painting. And he's made like 5 of these, and they're all slightly different from each other because you can't quite get it absolutely perfect. But it's interesting that he's Xeroxing these paintings, but by hand.
But Amber, you know what you're talking about, of course, is the movie The Danish Girl, where at the beginning they're painting. What's the actor's name? The British
That
guy?
doesn't narrow it down.
Michael Caine.
No, the one who's in
That's
all
Michael
the
Doesn't
movies.
narrow it down.
That's Michael Caine.
Doesn't know how.
The answer to your question is Michael Caine.
No, the younger guy. He's
It's
you know,
Michael
Benedict
Caine from the
Cumberbatch?
70s.
no, yeah, getting warmer.
I don't
Getting
know who
warmer.
that is.
No, Amber was warmer with Benedict Cumberbatch, like Benedict Cumberbatch, but he played the Danish girl.
Okay.
Danish girl. Did he have to beat
The
off
first
a lot of other
person to have
actors
the first person to have a sex change operation. It was a recent movie, quite depressing.
As most recent movies are.
Wait, do you mean like recent, like in the last 20 years? Okay.
Yeah.
So like some people were not born when that movie came out, but was it I'll hold you till you go, I'll love you till you go, fuck, it's not coming to me. Oh, sorry. Family show. Was it called was it the show about like you steal little kids' organs and put them in rich people?
No, that's Repo.
No. There's another movie. Not Repo. This is a really like it's really touching. It's about these British school kids. And they go to school, they form relationships, they have somewhat normal lives, and then when they get about 20, they start getting harvested. And some
Yeah, never let me go.
Never let me go.
Never let me go.
Yes.
Yeah. Kazuhiro
that it?
Ishiguro, who also wrote Remains of the
Thank
Day. His more recent books have been kind of weirder, but also quite worth reading.
So British people have a talent for depressing me.
Oh no, but his family's Korean, but I guess he sort of mostly grew up in Britain, and he sort of loves Britain. But he has a weird relationship with Britain.
Koreans and the British have a talent for depressing me. So sad. Well, I was like
Depression. Yeah, well, yeah.
movie.
You live with a constant state of
Thanks.
depression in Britain.
I mean,
That's
like,
part of
after I
life.
saw that movie,
I think it's the
couldn't
rain.
live with it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know,
Thank
all
you.
the rain makes people
Yeah.
depressed. It's gray
Yeah.
all
If
the
you think-
time. The weather's there. The food. I mean, there's a reason why Britain fought wars for spices. Because some of the food in Britain is not as tasty as some of the other food in the rest of the world. Not all the food.
No, our
Not all the food.
food.
I'm
our
a
food,
big fan of shepherd's pie, and I love fish and
Yeah.
chips, and like Franken beans for morning breakfast. Sometimes I'll have.
Yes. So, like a lot of that sort of American comfort food is not very far removed from British food. There's some different things because of available ingredients.
All right, so how do you think I can share a video on this? Do you think I can do that?
Open.
So I think you open it in
yeah,
YouTube.
open it in YouTube in your browser, and then
Okay.
share your screen.
And like,
It's open.
yeah, make a full screen of it, and then share that screen.
All right. So I just like share the screen.
Yeah.
So I do this share screen thing like this.
I think so.
So I do this. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
All right.
Dino Ding Dong Trigger!
Here we go, here we go, here we go now. In the flow.
Oh,
that
it's just
work?
starting to get good.
Did that work?
Yeah, that worked.
All right. Okay. Wait.
Well, they're just the shorts.
Yeah, the shorts. So I'm like doing it. I'm doing it by the most. I'll do this one. Is this one working?
You have to reshare your screen.
Oh, I have to
Yeah,
reshare
you closed it.
Okay, let's see. Let's see how this works.
Okay, Amber. So it's very interesting doing this drawing. So as I go along, I'm realizing all the things. You see, I'm discovering all the things that are wrong with it.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're probably the only one who notices.
Well, I mean, actually, as you go through it, there's just so much that you find, like drawing from it. So it's interesting. It's peculiar.
Oh, I see what's. Well, I think.
Oh, so because you're recreating the image.
Well, it's partly that I'm, it feels a bit like you're sort of doing a copy of another artist's work. But then you're like, oh, this artist is really strange. They don't think they really know what they're doing. But the overall impression is pretty good.
Yeah, a friend of mine just posted a bunch of like portraits of him that were all AI generated, where he like loaded up photos of himself, and then had the context of the photo changed, right? So his face was the same, but he would be like in jeans and a t-shirt and dressed like, early 1990s or something, right? And the wording on all of the clothing pieces and stuff were so bizarre, because AI hasn't figured out wording yet. It hasn't figured out visual representation of words yet. Lettering, I guess you can say, it hasn't figured out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nate Picos from Blambot was commenting he didn't think his job was in any danger just yet, but I don't know. As soon as they feed his book into it,
Yeah.
it's going to figure it out.
Well, I mean, a lot of AI models right now are really just language models. And language models are interesting because
Going for a swim,
I'll
but
let it
ain't
play as
water.
short.
Take a little dip in the dish so bubbles. Get the slug dead, no more trouble. For my lettuce.
I didn't see that one.
Damn, slug, I meant what I said. Munch upon my lettuce, you dead. I don't like no slugs in these beds. I don't like no holes in these heads of lettuce. Ooh, you a goner. Going for a swim, but it ain't water. Take a little dip in the dish so bubbles. Get the slug dead, no more trouble. For my lettuce. Damn, slug, I meant what I said. Munch upon my lettuce, you dead. I don't like no slugs in these beds. I don't like no holes in these heads of lettuce. Ooh, you a goner. Going for a swim, but it ain't water. Take a little dip in the dish so bubbles. Get the slug dead, no more trouble. For my lettuce. Damn, slug, I meant.
So what kind of genre of music is that, Chris?
Well, if you guys like, Doja Cat's been blowing up with that single. You know.
I don't know who Doja Cat is.
What? You don't know who?
What's
Doja
that,
Cat is?
Sonny?
What?
Speak up, Sonny. I can't
Hold on.
hear you.
Here, we have to push the button. Well, Doja Cat's a big hip hop artist, and she has this single out called "Paint the Town Red," which samples Dionne Warwick's song from the '70s. And oh shit, we should probably go. Can we go watch that right now?
No, because then
Okay,
we'll get
then
censored.
Okay. Well, anyway, Amber.
Yeah.
My YouTube Shorts channel is blowing up with Doja Cat, this and that, like all kinds of dances. Mostly dances. But I think this hit, like, well, I don't know where it is right now, but let's see. I actually... All I know is this thing's been blowing up on social media, so... Let's see, news.
I'm just shrinking it down real quick until you figure out what you're going to show us, and then you can open it back up.
Okay.
Let me do this.
Wait, I think I know it. Are you making me big again?
I can make you big again.
Okay. This says Doja Cat. Wait, are you seeing this Doja Cat article?
I'm not. I'm looking at a slug.
Oh shit. It's not how I want to do it.
Slug.
There you
Okay,
go. Doja
yeah.
Cat paints the town red, tops Hot 100 for second week. Taylor Swift's Cruel Summer rules radio.
It rules it. But
There you go, Amber. See what you've been missing?
Doja Cat's Paint the Town Red rebounds from number 2 on for its second week at number 1 on Billboard. Anyway, this thing, like, I don't know if this is really the place to get the information on the song, but what I will tell you is that, like, on YouTube Shorts, which is YouTube's version of TikTok,
Yeah,
This
I know
thing
what
is-
the shorts are. Yeah.
this thing has been like going nuts. I mean, there's a million videos of Paint the Town Red, so I decided the slugs have been all over my lettuce, so I decided to do a song called Make the Slug Dead by
Yeah, that was
instead
yeah,
of by
that was a good
Doja
one.
Cat, it's by Farmer Jack, I think, or Gardener Jack. Yeah, Gardener Jack. I kind of feel like we should, and it's in the tune of the Doja Cat song.
Oh, so that's like it's like a parody, like
Yeah.
Weird Al.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think, and it only got 2,600 views.
2,600?
Motherfuckers! It should have gotten way more than that.
2,600 views, and you're
Yeah.
complaining?
That's right, I am.
Pretty
Because
good.
Because that Dino Ding Dong thing that you saw earlier got 4,000 views.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm complaining that the Doja Cat.
Was that the one? Was that the one that Sean did?
Yeah. Well, I did it
Yeah.
with Sean.
Are you competing with Sean?
Well,
now?
no, I mean like all these are basically me. You're
It was-
you're only gonna see shit that has more than 2,000 views, and they're all me. And I hope my bandmates are watching
Right.
this.
You hope they're watching.
Yeah, I hope they're watching. Because now I'm gonna do this thing.
I hope they're watching too. I hope anybody's
Yes.
watching, really. But I don't mind. You know, actually, it will disturb me if I thought people.
All right, here we go. Here's my second slug video. I've done a series of slug videos, but by series I mean 2.
And so does the slug, having lunch on my lettuce. Hey, little fella. Hey, little fella. Enjoying your lunch? Did you know I offer complimentary air travel to places far away?
Fuck you.
Lettuce looks healthy. And so does the slug, having lunch on my lettuce. Hey, little fella. Hey, little fella. Enjoying your lunch? Did you know I offer complimentary air travel to places far away?
Fuck you.
That's my favorite
Lettuce
part.
looks healthy. And so does the slug, having lunch on my lettuce. Hey, little fella. Hey, little fella. Enjoying your...
Oh, I have to play you guys this one. Be Jacked. This is also, I feel like, an unsung.
Oh, sound of drawing.
Dead air.
It is the sound of time.
We
I'm
can't.
drawing
Yeah,
here with
we
the
can't
pen.
have dead air, guys. It's a
Oh, sorry.
podcast.
Sorry, I'm gonna keep talking.
Yeah.
I'm looking for this video I made called "Be Jacked," and I am not finding it. So I don't know what happened here. But let me play this this guy. I mean, no one can disagree with this video here.
Ruh-roh.
Record recycled.
Ruh-roh.
Record recycled.
What's going on? Look for this. Where's my B-Jack video?
Maybe it was removed.
It better not have been.
Record recycled.
If they've removed that video, like, I have very low tolerance for censorship. Very low tolerance. And I have no idea why they would have removed that video.
Oh, it was, I don't know if they did or not. Like, it was just like, maybe they did.
Yeah. But don't throw around wild allegations.
I'm not-
to good companies like
I'm not
YouTube.
seeing it, which is real weird.
Our friends at YouTube.
Yes, our friends at YouTube until they start censoring us or censoring me. And you guys can still
Well, if you say things like that, they will
you
do.
guys can still like stay friends with them, but I'm gonna be like, fuck you. That's my response to censorship is pretty much fuck you until they have a gun to my head. Then I'll be like okay with it.
Fuck you and the tube you rode
Exactly. But seriously, where is this video? I'm not seeing it anywhere.
Well, in lieu of video, have a look at my art. It's coming on quite well here.
Let's see. There we go.
So, the problem is...
So this is gonna... Okay, here we go. Here's the video, but...
It's like you feel like you're drawing something, but then you realise you're not. You're just sort of... It's just a mess of shapes. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, you mean because
sort of-
you're trying to draw the picture?
Yeah, I'm trying to draw the picture. But, you know, when you look at, like, oh, what am I actually drawing? There are not many lines that are very definite at all. Like, even the most definite lines are somewhat, like, sort of fuzzy.
All right, here we go. I found it. I found my fucking shadow banned video.
It'd be a shame if anything
Yeah, you
happened
shadow
to him.
banned, man.
Eject!
Hey, just relax. It ain't worth it. It'll be over before you know it. Right here, there you go. You need to chill out. Now that you cooled down a bit,
Just relax.
Bad day. Fuck you.
delicious. What a lovely bee. What beautiful satchels of pollen. It'd be a shame if anything happened to him.
Eject!
Hey, just relax. It ain't worth it. It'll be over before you know it. Right here, there you go. You need to chill out. Now that you cooled down a bit,
Just relax.
Bad day.
Well, I got one of my Inktober's done.
Fuck you.
I got the one for the
Oh,
third.
well done. Well,
delicious.
I got two others to finish today to catch up.
What a lovely bee. What
why are you
beautiful
doing
satchels of pollen.
Inktober's, Amber? Don't you have a job already?
It'd be a
I thought
shame
Inktober's
if
for
anything
people that
happened
don't
to
have a
him.
job.
Eject!
No, I just
Hey,
like
just
doing
relax.
the,
It ain't
the
worth
challenge
it.
of
It'll
it.
be over before you know it.
All right. Well, okay.
Right here,
You have
there
enough
you go.
challenge.
You need
All
to
right. Sorry, I
chill
shouldn't
out.
discourage.
I mean, you know,
Now that you
I'm
cooled
still getting paid to help out that other podcast. I'm
Aren't
a
you guys
full-time
supposed
mom,
to be? Aren't you guys
you
supposed to
know,
be like?
and
talking
I'm drawing
or-
Captain T. But in October,
Hang on,
it's
Chris.
nice to spend a little bit of time on drawings that, like, I guess don't mean
All right.
anything.
All right. So you're doing it for
Yeah,
fun.
I'm
then.
not doing
All right,
it
that's
like
fine.
for any kind of monetary thing or anything. Like for crying
I
out
know.
loud, I'm catching up today
yeah.
rather than doing it specifically on
Yeah.
every day.
No, it's good. Well, yeah, exactly. Well, I just don't want you to kill yourself.
No.
Well, I suppose
Fine.
it's good. I've never really. I can never do it. I'm too busy in October. I can never.
Well,
do it.
I mean,
It's the wrong month.
yeah, you're
Let
a
everyone else
busy
do it.
guy, but you know, it's to me it's just fun. You know, I also tried to do a 24-hour comic in college. I got as far as 17 pages, and I felt awful when I went back to my dorm. I realized I had 105 fever. And so that
I've heard,
I'm
yes.
sitting there drawing and I just kept feeling worse and worse and worse. And so I'm like, I don't think I can finish this 24-hour comic. But I did 17 hours of it. Yeah.
So you did a 17.
Yeah, I
hour
did a
comic.
17-hour comic.
Well, that's more than most people have done.
Yeah.
I haven't done either of those yet. No, I mean, it's like, well, okay.
Yeah. So this is Path.
Wait, aren't you guys supposed to be like quiet and drawing and stuff, and then I should like show my cool
Yeah.
shit?
No, that was going good. That was going good. Sorry, I just had to I just didn't want Amber to kill herself trying to do Inktober.
You had to do a little,
It's not worth
little,
it. It's not
little
worth it.
amber
It's not-
jousting, dueling.
I don't know. Maybe it's worth it. Maybe if somebody sees your Inktober, they go, oh.
I don't know. I've
give you a job, but you've got enough jobs
collecting
already.
them into a book. You know.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I've been thinking about that, but
Yeah. they do make a really nice series as well. Yeah, like it's a good to do it. Yeah, it's good. And then you have a nice little series that you did.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's something to post up on my website that's like recent, that's not Captain T. So there's that too.
Yes, because that's really it's difficult. Yeah, well, how's Captain T going?
Captain T is going very slow. I have a comic for this week, and I have a comic for next week, and then I need to draw the next comic. So my backlog has caught up. I should say I've caught up to my backlog. Yeah. So yes, Captain T is going infinitely slow. It's been hard to draw with the child. She's been, she is a child. She demands attention and deserves it, and and so it's like I can't, I as an artist, part of me feels selfish for wanting to draw because it's like, it's like I should be a 100% mother and fully dedicated and stuff, but at the same time, I was an artist first before I was mom, and it's like I have obligations and paper children that I care about just as much as I do my child. So it's tough, but I'm doing it.
Your paper children?
Paper children, yes. Like Captain T is a
Yes.
paper child.
Sam got very annoyed at me when I started going on about my paper children.
You know what I mean?
He thought I was overstating the case.
What? Because you call them paper children?
Well, I didn't use that term exactly, but something similar meaning.
Yeah, I got that term from my college internship. The people that I did my internship with didn't have any kids, and they said, "But that's okay. We have paper children."
Yes. Yes.
Well,
Chris, post another video.
I'm kind of getting pissed about this. It looks like
What?
YouTube just shadow banned this video. It had like over 2,000 views, and it looks like they just erased it from my history. Like I can only find it if I search on my own channel. Like it's not even listed in my content.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
If that's actually true, I'm done with YouTube. That's it. I mean, like, not.
No, you're just getting
Yeah,
there.
I'm just getting there, but like, I'm not going to support these these platforms that censor. Like, I mean, it's a B video. It has a B in it. If they're going to censor me from like putting a B.
A B? What was the B doing? Was it an offensive B?
I mean, seriously, that's like somebody's real sensitive feelings that are saying like, scrub that from your channel. Like, I'm not down with that at all. Like, I can't find it anywhere. Seriously, like it had over 2,000 views and now it's like gone. It's me off YouTube.
Yeah.
Might be the end of my. Take all this content and post it on some other platform.
Yeah, what other platform? Vimeo is now charging.
Rumble.
Rumble.
Yeah.
What is Rumble?
Rumble is the censorship-free version of YouTube with 1,000th of the people on it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Rumble, it probably, I'm not exaggerating, it probably does have 1,000th of the viewership, but I don't care, man. Like, I'm not gonna work on content that just gets scrubbed because it offends somebody's. I have no idea why that would have offended anybody. There's a B in it. The bee doesn't even die. It's a bee. I mean, I love bees. Bees are great, but I'm just saying, like, if you look at what the big companies are doing with their pesticides and how many bees that they're killing constantly, like they're hundreds of millions of bees, and I have a video where I get a little bit of pollen off a bee's leg with a chopstick, and that gets censored. I think this might be it for me.
Yeah,
like,
that's it. You're calling
I
it
think
for
it might be.
media.
Well, not social. Well, this social media, like YouTube, is censored like crazy over the last couple of years, and I just can't believe they've censored this though.
I know you guys are.
I don't believe they've censored your B. That's
But
I
ridiculous.
know
where is
you
it,
guys aren't into like who's
It's
big
just
on
since
YouTube
you've seen
and
it.
stuff like that. But there's a video game YouTuber who plays video games and people watch him play video games. His name's RT Gamer, and so he had an interesting encounter with YouTube.
Archie Gamer. Is that his real name? Or
No,
is
that his real name's Daniel something. I don't remember what his last name. I think O'Connor because he's Irish. But no, I'm serious. Like I think it's O'Connor.
No, he's Irish. Yes, that explains.
No, I mean he said his name before, and O'Connor sounds right, or it's O'Neill or something. Anyway, what the point I was getting at was he had a bunch of videos on his channel of him playing all these video games, and he had one that he got a strike against for it not following the standards. And he went, wait a second, I've had this video up for like 6 months. Why did it get a strike now? And so he reached out to YouTube to find out why the video got a strike. And he ended up getting like 9 or 10 videos of his stricken by reaching out to YouTube, right? So
they look at it.
so he's like, they haven't gotten back to me and everything. He made a video about his problems that he's been having with YouTube and the fact that they got worse when he contacted YouTube and he tried to do the right thing to figure out what it was. What it turned out it was they had changed their standards. And then they were retroactively applying those standards to videos that had met previous standards. So they're like saying, oh no, you can't have a curse word within the first 7 seconds of a video, which he had in some of these old videos. And so they struck him because of something that he, like, there's no way that he could have predicted that they would have changed the standards, right? He was adhering to the standards before. And so because he went...
Well, you can predict for sure they're going to change the standards.
Well, but the thing is...
That's like one thing is certain.
The moral of the story is because he made the video about how messed up it was working with YouTube on this, YouTube had to backpedal and reset all of his videos and apologize to him and stuff. Oh, we're sorry, we overstepped our bounds, right?
Because he was such a big popular YouTuber.
He's got like 7 million subscribers.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
and so
That's
he's one of their bigger video game. I mean, I watch him because I find the man entertaining. There's a couple of video game people that I watch online, and I find them entertaining. But that's because I'm from a different generation than you guys. So you guys are probably going,
Wait
I
a
don't
second.
understand that watching someone else play a video game thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think you have to kind of play the video game to find it. It's like if you play drums, then you're really interested in other people playing drums really well.
Yeah.
And if you play a video game, you're probably interested in other people playing that video game really well or really entertaining.
What I like about it is, there's so many games that come out. You can't spend money on all of them. And so I like to see what these video game guys are playing with these games and see if it's a game I want to play. And I don't watch normal ones that are like, okay, today we're going to build a pyramid in Minecraft. I watch guys that like fuck up the game, that don't follow the rules. They don't do the tutorials. They they're one of the guys that I watch, his channel's called Call Me Kevin. He is very humorous.
We got a new genre here. We've got a channel that's now about watching other channels.
We're like a channel curation channel. Can we put the channel in the link that you're talking, or in the chat
I can do
you're
that.
talking about?
Yeah. Let me find one of his videos.
Let's go with.
All right, I found the controversial video. I'm sorry, YouTube. I think I falsely accused you. It turns out you just shadow banned it before it went public, and it got less than. I thought it got more than 2,000 views, but apparently it only got like 75 or something.
This shadow took away some of your views.
So I think they shadow banned me before it went actually public. But I'll show it after Amber posts her link.
We've been having some people talk with us, by the way.
Oh shit!
I haven't been noticing.
Oh, hi, comments.
Tina said howdy. During this broadcast,
Hi,
you can
Tina.
support me by sending stars and digital gifts that help me earn money from you. And then we
Oh,
have
yeah,
some.
you can do that now.
Some Arabic. It looks like. And then love that, Chris. And then I just.
Yeah, if you're like in Dubai, send me a lot of money.
Those are bomb threats. The ones in Arabic. Can I say that, or do I get censored or banned? I'm gonna
Dubai, and you can buy this picture
I think
if you're
it's
living in
kind of
Dubai.
racist just to assume they're bomb threats.
I just want to say, Chuck, if anything gets canceled, it should
they're
just
rich
be me and not your whole
people.
channel. Like, so if somebody wants to cancel something, just cancel me as a guest. Don't cancel the whole Chuck channel. Chuck tries to control me,
Thanks,
but
Chris.
you know he
But you're a rebel.
He can't always do it.
I get very mad at him.
I got all these.
But it's not mad enough that I want to cancel it.
I have these great Arab jokes, and I want to tell them, and Chuck tries to shut me down, and sometimes he can't.
Thing is, I'm going to get cancelled for not cancelling.
Yeah, speaking of Arab jokes that are racist, Jeff Dunham was performing in Denver the other day. And if you know anything about his comedy, you know, when 9/11 happened, he got very popular with his little Taliban character guy that he did, right?
Oh, yeah,
and
sure.
you know, people are like, I don't understand with his puppets why he's so popular. But if you ever watch his specials, his crowd work is amazing. Like, you know what you're talking about, being a drummer and watching other people drum, and you're like, man, that guy's a good drummer, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay, yeah. So he reacts
I've
off
done
people
stand-up
and
comedy,
ad-libs,
right?
yeah.
So I watch him and I go, man, that guy's good at crowd work. Like,
I'd imagine you have to be, because you probably get
Yeah.
heckled a lot as a puppet if you're going out trying to do
but
that. So, you know, that's
he
really
shuts
just
him
key
down.
to it, isn't
Like,
it?
his crowd
Yeah.
work is amazing. I wish
Or
he
like
did more
rope
of
them
that.
in, you know, like shut them down or rope them in. Like if they're bad, shut them down. If they're good, rope them in.
He should host
know?
a game show or something where he's like, you know, heckling the contestants. That'd be good. They keep trying new game shows. They haven't come up with a good one. That would be
Yeah, I'd
good.
like to see
Yeah.
a show where it's just
I'd
like
watch that.
stand-up comics in the audience heckling, like being
probably have
professional
done.
hecklers.
Being professional hecklers, like,
Yeah, like
you obviously have never
Well, that's a good
been
show.
to like a small comedy show in LA, because that's exactly what's going on. Because it's
Yeah.
like an open mic or something, and basically the audience is full of other comics that want time on stage. And so
Yeah.
if they don't get time on
Right.
stage, they turn into hecklers.
I mean, like I'm in San
Yeah, and they got to boo.
and what
Yeah.
they do when they heckle you in San Francisco is they take out a sticky and they write a long polite note and then they put it on the stage. That's how they do it in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So they're
Well,
polite
we're a bit nicer in
hecklers.
San Francisco.
Yeah, they're super polite. They write long notes. Like you just like if you
And they'll leave it they affix it to your car. So when you
Yes,
come back-
exactly. They do the same thing if you park wrong. They write, dear person in my community, I'd just like to inform you that you're blocking my driveway. And although I'm totally fine with being late for work the next 10 times you do that, on the 11th time, I might use sterner words on this Post-it.
Well, I mean, it sounds like they're just trying to be peaceful people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Look, Sam, I'm not going to knock San Francisco. This town's
I'm
been
just
good
going to
to me.
make fun of them,
I
though.
don't
I am going to make fun of them.
Yeah. You can make fun of it, yeah. I mean, I would never want to get involved in San Francisco politics. I mean, I might
You
do
know,
one day. But...
the only reason I'm making fun of it is like, you know, I'm fine with people being cool and community minded and stuff like that and being nice with notes, but you know, there is kind of a line, and you can go too far with the politeness. And also, I feel like sometimes people are enraged and they do this Post-it note, and I'd like to see more of the honesty in the note, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd prefer to.
You'd like to see more honesty coming back into
Yeah,
Post-it
like I'd like
notes.
to be like, you know, hey, jackass! The only reason your car isn't towed is because the tow truck company doesn't respond for like 2 hours, but your time's gonna be up soon. I mean, like I would like that.
Well, that sounds like a New York
Yes,
Post-it note.
I like some of the New York stuff. I'd like to blend New York and San Francisco culture. I'd like to just
That
blend
would
them.
be terrible.
No, that makes
that
no
would be
sense. San Francisco's a city that does
Just
sleep.
find a middle
Because
ground.
you'd have
Find a
all the
middle ground.
pretentiousness of both communities.
No, like
No, yeah, it would
like,
be
I'm
horrible.
I'm not saying take the extremes of each. I'm saying
Yeah,
like
it would be-
blend them. Like
There'd be two
find the middle.
cities. There'd be an ideal city and a terrible.
Find the middle ground. You know what I mean? Like the middle ground between being like really rude and curt, and being overly polite and putting a long note on a Post-it.
Wait, so you want to live in the city where everyone's rude to it?
No, that's not what I said.
What
What kind of ink are you drawing with? How close are you to those fumes?
Well, it does have some sort of government warning on it.
Chuck, is the fan running in your studio? Do you have like good ventilation? I'm concerned.
Are you seeing colors, Chuck?
What would be that would sort of defeat the whole object, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Are you seeing colors, Chuck?
Are you drawing with Sharpies?
Partly, yeah.
Those things. The warning that starts off with will give you liver cancer or worse.
Is that
Yeah,
what it says on
it starts off with liver cancer. Yeah, it's how they ease you into it. They say like, by the way, this is actively giving you liver cancer. You could get less cancer if you walk through a mushroom cloud, is what it says on there.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't say that on Sharpies.
Yes, it does. It says
I don't
you could
really
get
know.
less cancer if you walk through a mushroom cloud. This thing is killing your liver right now.
Okay, but your liver is one of your most healable organs.
Yeah.
It like grows back better than
Yeah,
any
that's what
other
they say
organ.
next. They say, and the best way to heal it is to use more Sharpie. It's all about.
The best way to heal your organ.
Yeah. Well, the first they do it.
Chris, are you advising our viewers
Yes.
to use Sharpie all over their organs?
Yes.
I think he is.
'Cause I'm advising them
I'm
not
just saying,
to.
if you need to, like, what's that thing where they draw out all the cuts on
that
a
fun?
cow? You know how they draw out all the cuts on a cow? Like, this is the rump roast. This is the
Yeah.
flank steak. This is the filet mignon. This is the. If you need to do that for your liver, do it with a Sharpie. That was a long.
I think that's why I never became
It
a
was a
tattoo
long walk
artist.
to a bad
Like, doing the
punchline.
tattooing of the organs.
I think that's how I'm going to start my stand-up routine. It's going to be like, hey, my name's Chris. I got a lot of long walks to mediocre punchlines. So I'm sorry you can't get your money back. You're fucked.
Do you want to hear the worst joke I ever said on stage?
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
If I must.
Okay.
Okay, no, then I
Why
don't.
did
Hold
two
on.
planes crash into the World Trade Center?
Is this a dad joke?
Why did two planes crash into the World Trade Center?
All right, give me a second here, because I might.
Because of the evil policies of the capitalist pig dogs.
Can
No,
I get
sorry,
a hint,
that's not.
Amber?
I wasn't
I want
supposed to
a
say
hint.
that.
Because
Can I get a
Superman
hint?
was in a wheelchair.
Why did wait?
Well, I was in a
Because
wheelchair.
Christopher Reeves was in a wheelchair.
Wait.
Oh.
Because Superman was in a wheelchair. That's why.
Okay.
That's why two planes crashed into the World Trade
You know.
Center.
You know.
That's like insulting
That's not
both
bad though.
the 9/11 victims and Christopher.
It is. I told you it's a pretty bad joke.
No, I mean it.
That's like the
I don't know.
most tasteless joke
It's
ever.
not that bad. It's not that bad. I'm just a little bit slow.
Pretty bad.
I mean, I
It's
think
pretty
it had
bad.
its time about 10 years ago, but
Oh, it
there-
definitely had its time,
or
but I
15
couldn't
years ago,
say
maybe.
it when it during its
He's
time.
dead
because
now.
people
He
were very
died.
sensitive.
Look,
Oh, but
there's not enough consideration for polo victims. I would just like to
polo.
say.
That's not what he was doing.
Yeah, he died
He
playing
was
polo.
jumping a horse over a jumpy horse thing.
He didn't die playing polo.
No,
he paralyzed
No, but
himself.
he
playing
injured
polo.
himself. He wasn't. Yeah,
And-
he
and
was
it
playing
Sure, it was
wasn't-
polo. I thought
It,
he
it
was.
wasn't polo.
Yeah.
What he was doing was tricks with an English saddle on a horse. And English saddles sit higher than Western saddles. And so when the horse jumped over one of the things, he got bucked off the horse and landed and broke his neck.
I love how.
I do
Amber's
wish he
making
would have watched this
saddle
show
issue.
because I would have told him not to
It's
do
not
that.
a horse riding issue. It's not a Christopher Reeves like skill at riding a horse issue. It's a saddle issue. I like how Amber reframed it. She's
Yeah.
like, these English saddles, they're deadly.
No, I'm saying
Yeah.
that
Oh wait. Yeah. What? There's nothing wrong with English
the
saddles.
reason why the Western saddle sits lower is to prevent that problem. Like Western.
Well, when you're doing tricks
He's
on your
right.
horse.
Well, I
right.
mean, when you're riding
Yeah, I
your
forgot.
horse
Yeah, I
in
forgot. I
general.
suppose if you're an animal abuser, that is the better saddle to have.
Amber's
When
right.
you're riding
English,
your horse in general,
English saddles are bad.
a Western saddle is better to have than an English saddle. English saddles are for show horses and for horse play where you have them like jumping over the little wood barriers and things like that. Like that's
Yeah.
what an English saddle's for, and that's exactly what he was doing
One
with
day,
it.
Amber.
But he got bucked off the horse and broke his neck.
See, I told you. Chuck.
One day, Amber, I'm gonna win an argument with you.
Chuck,
You're
I
gonna
told you
what
those
with me?
English saddles are deadly.
Win an argument with you.
See, here's the problem. Those English saddles are for like trotting around on your
Yes.
horse looking all pretty and stuff and being killed. But the American saddles are for like working, like herding cattle and driving cattle and stuff like that. Those English saddles are just dangerous, Amber.
Yeah.
Can I get an amen?
I don't know if they're.
Well, I'd
completely dangerous, you
probably.
just
I think if you
fire.
went to England, you'll probably find saddles have evolved a lot more there than they have here. What you're probably referring to as an English saddle is some exceedingly outdated, antiquated saddle that probably hasn't been
Look,
used in
Chuck,
England since the early
Don't get angry
1700s.
just because your saddle's inferior.
No, it's called an English saddle because it's what's it was created in England and stuff. But when
And stuff.
when fox hunts,
Yeah, no, it's because when people came over here, that was considered. Then they changed it, and the old one they said was English. But I guarantee you, in England, they changed
when
a lot
fox
more.
hunt,
It's like English muffins. We don't eat English muffins. That's an extremely
Fox
inferior.
hunts still continue
dessert.
in
That's like a
England.
con. That's a con on the American people.
they
the
don't
English
use
muffin.
English saddles for fox hunts anymore because it was too dangerous. They switched to something that's like a hybrid between
Right.
the English and the Western saddle.
I'm not going to start defending fox hunting, but fox hunters do more for the environment than British
Look,
environment.
I mean,
than
what
any
were
other
these
group.
people saddled up in England on the English horses with the English saddles? What were they doing anyway? They weren't driving cattle.
Oh.
What were they doing? I think they were just
Hunting
My girlfriend Annabelle. I had a girlfriend Annabelle who was my girlfriend probably from when we were very little, but I was still friends with her when we were sort of teenagers and stuff, and I'd sort of see her at time to time. But she went fox hunting on a horse.
See,
What can I tell
you
you?
come from an echelon that I am not from.
Well, she was a bit above my age.
Well, I mean, still, you were like, well, I talk very posh.
Yeah, I wasn't
for-
going fox
for,
hunting
you
on a
know,
horse.
A Brit and stuff. I don't speak Cockney and everything. And it's like,
No.
yeah, that's because you didn't grow up in the gutter. You know.
No, I somewhere in between. But there's the
How could
there's the
anyone
gutter,
hunt a
and then
fox,
there's,
though?
everybody in between.
How could anyone hunt a fox? It just seems terrible. It's like find the cutest thing that's in your natural environment and go kill it. Like,
Originally, it was to protect livestock.
no, it wasn't. That's propaganda. That's English saddle riding.
No,
Propaganda.
it's fun. They get on their horses. They go riding out in their red coats, blowing their horns, go boo, 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 galloping all over the fields and fences like they own everything,
I
which
think
they
that's
do.
the British version of clubbing a baby seal. I mean, like that's the British version of our version of clubbing a baby seal, the fox hunt.
Right, but they do make the argument, and I'm afraid it's a valid argument. I hate to say it, but that they do more to look after the countryside than
Yeah,
anybody
because
else.
they
I
want
don't
it
know.
nice
That's
for
probably
the
that
fox.
argument could probably be undermined. But the problem is that hunters pay money to do it, and everybody, no matter how much they say I want to help the environment, they don't actually. The money doesn't come.
Yeah, I don't know how this thing works. Like, you pay a lot of money, you're a rich a-hole. You you pay a lot of money and then you go kill a lion in Africa, and somehow that offsets, and then you get to take a picture of you and the lion. Well, I mean, you did 20 years ago. Now you get shamed. But you used to be able to take a lion.
People
Yeah,
still
but the
take
thing is
those
about that,
pictures,
okay,
though.
that was the only way, this is a big thing, that was the only way they were able to raise money for, like, the games. And they do have to, do a certain amount of culling the herd of certain animals. So the medallions that they would sell for hunting would be animals that they would need to cull anyway. And then they would raise tens of thousands of dollars for the
But
gamekeepers.
you would also
which is,
have people,
but without the
you would
hunting,
also have people
but it does, the
hunting
money just doesn't
animals
come
that
without
weren't
it.
on those medallions and poaching.
I just gotta say,
Yeah, well, I don't know. There's probably different things you can do.
what you just explained to me.
Yeah, I'm not a pro hunting. I don't want to get wrong about that. But I'm just saying that's kind of how
But
it is.
what you just said, Chuck, to me sounds like some very clever marketing stuff for rich assholes that just want to kill exotic animals. It's like, how can we kill these exotic animals? Well, let's say that our money goes into a pot, and then we give it to a preserve somewhere. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, let's do
No,
that.
it's not like that though. No, the preserve itself auctions off the medallion.
Chuck, I think they got you. Whatever marketing they're using on you, they should keep
That's
using
how it works. That's simply how it is.
That's just how it is, Chris.
Hey,
how it
Chuck,
is.
I think you could do maybe you know how DJs do scratch albums? I think you could do a squeaky marker album, like with a squeaky marker.
They're all a bit dried out. I was sort of trying to move on from markers a bit, but they're something nice and easy. But yeah, they're sort of I should really chuck them all out and get a whole new set. But
Yeah, I thought you were doing watercolor now. Like you did a whole show
Well-
on watercolor, on books with watercolor. And now you're like, nah, I'm back to markers.
no, about Sharpies.
By the
again.
way, I saw some of Chuck's work on Instagram. I've been off. I don't really go on Instagram, but I saw some of your last two things. It seems like you're doing something
Yeah.
different and new now, Chuck.
Not really. That was the same as I was doing with my Instagirls or whatever. But I hadn't posted any for a while because I was sort of focusing on all the Urfspace stuff. But
It looked different to me. Are you
Yeah.
sure? I mean, you would know because it's your stuff, but it looked different to me.
Well,
Like
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
you just.
All right. Well, here we go. Here's this one. But I've sort of learned a few things, and that is copying from AI is probably not really worth it. It's better to draw from a real model. And I don't have the little pinks. Wait, I've got to go find my other pens. I've got some other colours somewhere.
Chuck, can you draw in time to this?
No, what you need to do is sample the sound of his scratching.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, can I show this forbidden video now?
Yeah.
Let's. Okay. So I'm
Yeah. Show your video. I'm going to take a break.
time to
While I
watch
go and find some other
forbidden
pens.
video.
Ooh, I get exclusive forbidden video watch.
This is exclusive shadow banned, maybe video, or just I don't know what to say.
What a lovely bee. What beautiful satchels of pollen. It'd be a shame if anything happened to them.
Be jacked.
Hey, just relax. It ain't worth it. It'll be over before you know it. Right here, there you go. You need to chill out. Now that you cooled down a bit,
Just relax.
Bad day.
Wait, I feel like I showed this already. Didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
That's what I thought. Damn it.
delicious.
God damn, it's that
What a lovely bee. What beautiful satchels of pollen. It'd be
damn. Oh, it's the alcohol in my brain.
Well, you have been drinking.
I
so,
have been drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I stopped drinking for the show, but I stopped like 5 minutes before the show.
Yeah.
And then I ate a bunch of like a bean tamale. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the Mexican food, you know. I
Mhm.
put the what are the things that you put like right on the open fire on your range?
Well, no, not
No.
tostadas.
I have faith in you that you're gonna get it before I do.
I don't know.
Tamale tostada. I don't know. It's the flat thing made out of corn. What is that thing called?
Are you talking about a quesadilla?
No, it's just like it's the wrapper and it's made out of corn. Man, this is embarrassing. I lived in Arizona for like 10 years.
Are you talking about tamales?
No, I am not. Tamales are filled with stuff and they are made out of corn, but they're not flat. They're like, they're kind of like a tube that gets squashed.
I mean, the only other thing I could think of is matzah, which is just, cornmeal.
How are we not getting this? This is like a very fundamentalist. Somebody in the chat room that has heard of Mexico can probably answer this in the chat thing. Both of them. Put your brains together and okay, it's not coming to me. When you have huevos rancheros, there's eggs, there's black beans, there's salsa, maybe there's cilantro, and there are these things.
Are you talking about the tortillas?
Yes, tortillas.
You couldn't figure out the word for tortilla?
And neither could you.
I thought you were talking about a dish with the tortilla in it.
Now, I said this flat thing that's a staple of Mexican food and made out of corn.
And that describes like half of Mexican food.
No, but like
and no one could believe you couldn't remember tortilla.
Well,
I didn't realize that you were talking about tortilla.
I'm only going to take 50% of the blame on this.
Yeah,
Sorry,
tamales are
Amber.
a traditional Mexican dish made with a corn-based dough mixture that is filled with various meats or beans and cheeses. Tamales are wrapped and cooked in corn husks or banana leaves, but they are removed from the husk before eating. That's from Tina.
Tina,
thanks, Tina.
Hey.
Oh, Tina,
Thanks
thank you,
playing,
Tina.
But Amber got it, and then after she got it,
Tina,
she
thanks
shamed
for
me.
listening in.
She was like, "You dummy."
Oh, Tina.
Are you sure?
Isn't
She
she
was
the
like,
best?
"Are you sure you lived in Arizona?" Did
Well,
you
I
make
mean,
that up?
It's like,
I already forgot it
Hatch
again.
chili, right?
Mhm.
So Hatch chili is very big in Colorado, but it's also big in New Mexico. And the two different types of Hatch chilies are very different from each other. And they have different terminology.
Now,
around
what
them.
is this word you're saying? Hatch chili?
Yeah.
The word is
Like hatch, like a chicken does
Yes.
with an egg?
no.
It's called Hatch
What?
chili because the way that it's prepped is they're green chilies that are put in these big giant drums that are rotated over fire. And so they kind of tumble in the drums and get roasted on the outside. And plus there's like other seasoning, like, chili powder and stuff like that. And they're just delicious.
Making me hungry.
But that's the way they're prepped in Colorado. The way that they're prepped in New Mexico is totally different. And so it's interesting because you can always tell somebody from New Mexico when they come here because they're like, the Hatch chilies are totally different. It's like,
And-
yeah, and you're from a different
in
region.
Colorado, they're prepped by white people. That's the difference.
No,
Right.
I get them from Mexican people at the flea market. Thank you.
Are you
I
sure?
order in Spanish.
Those are just front house Mexican people. In the back, it's a bunch of white people. Those are token front house
Chris.
Mexican people.
We're not making any comments about people's ethnicities or their genders. But, I don't know, there's masculine and feminine. There's that idea.
I love how you close a can of worms and then
Okay.
open another one.
Your son has the comic Genderqueer in his bedroom. You can read it.
Yeah. Well, I gave it to him to read. I told him
Did
to
you read it?
Yeah, of course I read it. I thought it was a very informative book.
I thought it was very interesting. Yeah, I picked it up at the Cartoon Art Museum when I was there, and I've already finished it.
Can you guys summarize?
Good, yeah.
Can you
No,
guys summarize?
Well, she was speaking at Zine-Fest. Oh, they were speaking. Oh my god, he was speaking. Oh my goodness. It's so
Yeah, so Genderqueer is about this person that told their story of how they reached the decision to be non-binary, and they realized that they're asexual, so sex is not a big deal to them.
Yeah.
And talking about this journey versus the normal societal standards of what was expected of them.
So they felt alone, and they wrote a book about it. Is my take on it. And
Yeah, and it's one of the most banned books of 2000.
It's very good. It's good, but it's really well done. It's a really, and it is actually edgy.
Why
Yes,
did
yes,
they ban it?
they were
though?
speaking.
Like, why did they ban it?
Because
it's
called
speaking so
genderqueer,
frankly
and
about
it's about non-binary people, and it's about
Is that-
lesbians and gays, and
Every time like something gets banned, I'm like, why did they really ban it? Like, what are the specifics of why it was banned? Because I'm not for banning anything, of course.
yeah,
Because it's so effective at explaining it and making it all make sense.
It's a very
It's very
well-done
powerfully
book.
effective at how it explains it in a way that makes it simple and easy to understand. And then like go, well, what's the bother? Well, that rather annoys them. They certainly don't want anybody reading that.
Break it down for me. How is it simple and easy to understand?
Yeah,
Because the artwork style, the narrative style is very simple drawing, but clean, competent, really well done, in a very clear, effective style for telling the story. It's honest about their own personal experience, their life story. It goes quite deep into all the science of it. And
they start out by basically saying that
and
this
it's just
is
a
the most
personal story.
embarrassing thing they've ever worked on. And talked about how when they went into their master's program, they were working on an autobiography class, and it's like, okay, write about your demons, your skeletons, and everything like that. And this person's like, no one's gonna get my secrets, right? But worked on some stuff during that class, and then put paper over those pages in their sketchbook because they were too embarrassed of it, right? And then when they realized that they wanted to tell the story, they ripped off the paper of the sketchbook and expanded the story. So,
Well,
it's interesting.
I'm probably not going to read it, but I don't agree with banning really anything. So there's very, I'm like a First Amendment person, so I don't think we should be banning ideas. I don't think we need to protect adults from ideas that offend other adults because we're adults and shit.
Yeah.
Well,
that's
a good way to put
when
it.
I'm on the internet and I see something I don't like, you know what I do? I stay there for 20 hours and I let it inhabit my mind, and then I go out and I do terrible things. Oh wait, no, I changed the channel. That's what I do.
All right, that's sort of basic self-care, really.
Well, it's funny because people talk about the terrible places on the internet, and they talk about the terrible places on the dark web, and they talk about how toxic it is. But what they don't talk about is I just curate my shit. Like, if you curate your shit, you get exposed to good stuff. I mean, I've had a very good experience online for my whole life. And you know why? If I go to a corner of the internet where I don't like what's being talked about, or it makes me sad or depressed or angry, I just don't go there. So curate your shit.
Yeah. Yeah,
But people can't help it, though, especially if they're bored. It's like the thing of when you're trapped in a room, rather than be bored, people will electrocute themselves.
Yeah, but you're not trapped. Like, the internet is the opposite of being trapped in a room. It's like being trapped in a million rooms.
We get trapped in mental rooms.
And you can instantly go to any of the other rooms in a click. I don't know. I just feel like, look, if you can't help but go to this dark stuff that makes you depressed and all this other stuff, I think there are bigger issues than the internet. I think part of it might be maybe you need to see a doctor. Maybe you need to see a psychiatrist. Maybe you need to get on some meds. Maybe you need to go outside and hang out with more people. If you can't stop yourself from being in this depressive, destructive loop online where you read the comments and get so depressed you want to kill yourself, there's something else going on. That's not a normal, healthy. I mean, I'm a depressed person, and
You're reading the comments
I'm telling
online.
you, that's not a normal thing to do. Even my depressed ass doesn't do that.
I always wonder about people like Elon Musk, right? Because he's an internet troll with all the money in the world. But I think about him being online and being anonymous right, in chat rooms and stuff like that, and trying to connect with people, but he can't.
Wait, Elon Musk is anonymous? Did that come out that he's anonymous? He's the one that's been doing all that hacking?
I'm
Amber,
talking
don't
about
kick my
being
dog.
anonymous as in the definition of the word. Being anonymous, not the
Yeah.
group.
Do you think he has time to do that? Like,
Probably.
Oh, absolutely. He has talked
Yeah, why
about
not?
being on 4chan in the past.
Everyone's got to take
Well,
a shit.
yeah.
Like, do you think he just sits there when he's on the toilet doing nothing? No, he goes like, I'm going to go and waste some time on 4chan.
stop making fun of my boyfriend, Amber. No, you made
Well,
me
Chris does
sad.
kinda
Like, this is going to be
Elon.
like one of those things where
He's not very popular though.
I mean, I'm just
two,
saying
Chuck,
that
leave
somebody
Elon
like
alone.
that is so far removed from the rest of society that the internet's
did wear that
probably the
Judge
only
Dredd t-shirt.
way that he could actually really connect with people, and he's chosen to be a troll.
hilarious troll that I keep reading.
I don't think he's there.
Right, but sometimes, like, you know, people like deserve to be trolled.
You know, I think I love
No,
I think
never.
I love Elon because he's got kind of an overlap with my personality, not in the intelligence department, but in the humor department. And his humor cracks me up. And I just got to say that, like, you know, to be a billionaire and to have any sense of humor is pretty amazing, because usually those guys are just like, I have business interests, I have to protect that, I have to be conservative, I'll scare off investors and all this other shit. And like Elon is like very refreshing in that department, you know. That's why I love him. And I want to marry him.
I don't know. He, you know, he used to walk around his high school with emeralds in his pockets from his father's mine.
Love it.
You know, and he did that to try and impress people, and no one was
Wait a
impressed.
second.
Well, when he was how old?
We're talking about when he was a teenager. You know, he did this,
Hold
but
on.
that's the kind of person that he is. No, I mean, this is
Hold on, we got to fact check this. We're gonna fact check it.
fine.
Amber's
I will
gonna
find
go.
it for you.
Check,
Amber's
yeah,
gonna
well,
fact check it.
have to fact
That
check.
doesn't sound right to me. But you know, even if it is right, all I got to say is I did a lot of stupid shit when I was a kid. A lot of stupid shit, and no one.
Well, also, who says it, right? Because there was this documentary I was watching on Netflix about the aliens and different encounters, and they've talked about the one, I've heard about it before in Africa, where all the kids thought they saw it. There was one guy saying, oh, I made it all up, and I'm sorry they did. But he seemed so shifty, and all the kids that saw it, they were like, seemed like good, honest people say, oh, they're like 99. So it seems to be the one who's saying he made it up, most likely was paid off. He seemed like the sort of person who'd easily be paid off. You know, it was ridiculous. The thing is, only the kids saw it, never the teachers. And then all
So
the
wait,
press
is this
came.
about Elon still?
Well, no, it's just about, you know, did somebody make it up or is it true?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of slanderous stuff about Elon. I mean, you know, I see the slanderous stuff and then I actually see what he does. Like, you know, when he started Tesla, Tesla was going to fail. No one was going to do an electric car company, certainly not a new company that hadn't been done for like, what, 80 years.
Wait, I thought he didn't start Tesla, though.
Well,
There's
I mean,
the
I don't
quote.
know if he started Tesla, but he's the
I thought he
CEO of
bought
it.
Tesla.
No, he didn't start Tesla. Two other people founded it, and he bought the company from them.
Like Ray Kroc bought McDonald's.
But I mean, they weren't.
He's such
The
a nice
argument
guy.
wasn't like you started Tesla. The argument was Tesla was going to fail. Elon was going to fail. You can't make an electric car. You certainly can't compete. I mean, Tesla was the first viable American car company for about in the last maybe 80 years. It was the only one that made it. Most of them
It's
went
like
out
you
of,
forgot about Saturn and DeLorean,
yeah, they all went out teats up. They all went out of
but
business.
they were making money in their days. There's
Uh,
been multiple car companies since the big three.
Well, there was that documentary, Who Killed the Electric Car?
There
That was
were a
quite
lot
interesting.
of companies that
There are a lot of
attempted
reasons.
to make it, Amber, but all of them failed over the last 80 years. At one point, there were about 30 American car manufacturers, but that was a long time ago. Saturn and Tucker and what was the other one you said?
DeLorean.
DeLorean. They all went teats up. They all had money problems, and you know, they're gone. And Tesla is what, like 20 years now. So, you know, like a lot of people like had problems with Elon, about Tesla, and then they had problems with him because of what else? Oh, Twitter. Well, we'll see where Twitter pans out. Like I mean, you really have to like think about like maybe 5 or 10 years from now. We'll see where Twitter is, but
I
and
know that it's
there's a lot of people.
lost a huge portion of its value under his leadership,
Well,
and that can't be
don't know.
denied.
well, it might be
the AI
denied. I
ones,
might
but-
deny it right now. I might be the first to deny it. I might be the first denier, number one denier right here. You know, you're the type of person to deny things if you're wearing a squid hat.
You're changing the subject.
I love my squid hat. Look at these eyes.
Ooh,
They're
wait,
so
comments.
felty and soft. Let's talk about this.
Wait.
We don't need to do any more fact checking. I think everything is fine. Let's talk about my red hat. Isn't it tall? Look at the flippers it has.
Well, yeah, I need some more pens. Yeah, I'm running on fumes.
Well,
Running on
you're
fumes over
breathing
here.
in fumes.
I'm running on ethanol
I'm
fumes.
breathing in fumes. No, I need some ethanol to put in these pens to revitalize them. Now, someone told me. I mean, I was demonstrated once how that you can put the liquid back in them, but I don't really know how to do it.
You have to
liquid
rip
back
open the
in.
back and then you kind of drop it in. Another way is you soak it. You soak the tip, and you have to make sure that it's horizontal when you soak the tips. So you have to kind of submerge it a little bit for the water to get into the
Amber,
the little shaft.
Can you say that a little bit slower and closer to the mic?
I'm sorry. Was I
part about
saying
soaking the-
something somewhat
Yeah, if you could-
sexual?
If you could talk more about soaking the tip and the shaft and refilling things, just get really in close to the mic.
On that note, so Dale bought me this pen, right? He bought me a Noodler, which is a very nice pen, and I've been using it, and it ran out of ink, and so I needed to refill it, but it wasn't pulling anything in, and so I had to contact Dale and be like, "What did I do wrong with the pen?" You know, and he said soak it in some warm water, and then it ended up being okay. But yeah, we definitely had a very similar conversation where it's like, if we weren't talking about pins, this would be a very wrong conversation. Yeah. So,
That would make Chuck think. Chuck's thinking now.
I'm thinking about my drawing because I like it was really. I thought it was good. Like, oh, that was good. But it was hard to draw from the AI because it's like you're drawing. Yeah, like what I talked about. It, the shapes. It's like you're drawing a drawing, but it's really a worse drawing even than it
I like
looks.
this.
Nothing's really defined. You're like, oh, this. Wait, no, it's not that. Nothing's in any way realistic. Like one part of what thing I'm enjoying drawing for models is like seeing the costume and how the costume works and all that. And the costume, like, it doesn't. None of it makes any sense
Wait.
to the body. Everything's not related.
This was drawn from AI.
yeah,
So
he had his
Hernan,
birthday.
he's a good guy for
Oh.
Hernan. Look at him. He sent me this invite to my party. So like, well, it's not even my party. I mean, like some of his band, Japanese Baby, and also he's in Black Crow King, and Teresa's in both of those bands, and Roxy's in this band. And I don't know the Crampons, but they do the Cramps tribute. Black Crow King is Nick Cave, and Japanese Baby is The Cure. Oh, and Susie, which I assume that's Teresa doing the Susie. Like last time I saw her, she was getting really mental. He was having a really good time. So anyway, he's made me this. It says, come celebrate Chuck Whelan's birthday, because it's on my birthday, October 26th. So just by coincidence, at the Knockout, which is where the whole Future Sounds of Urfspace, really came about. And, well, I mean, it was sort of starting to germinate. I was sort of talking to Isaac, but then, meeting all the bands and Tracer being there and him being there and Roxy there back in April, I think it was. That's what led to the whole album. And that whole journey that we've been on with that. And so those bands have all got different shows coming up in the next few weeks. So I'm going to try to go to as many of those shows as I can.
Are you going to try and produce a second album?
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit at these shows and have the CDs and the books, and they've all sort of said, yeah, that's fine, happy to do it, happy to let me do that. So I'm going to try that because I'm kind of curious. Also, one thing I'm kind of interested about is like how bands come in sort of packs of 3. Like when you're playing a show, so you go see the band you like, or if they're with another band you like, then you definitely go, and then you'll learn about another band. And like cartoonists, we don't use that model, but that seems like a model that cartoonists could adopt somehow. I don't know. Packs of 3, that's good. So anyway, so I thought that's good night. It's local, and my friends can come out. But anyway, so Hernan made me this nice invite. Come and celebrate my birthday. 8 p.m. free show at the Knockout, 3223 Mission Street. And then that weekend after that, I'm doing open studios here. So I'll be open again for open studios. So come on by. I'm sorry, yeah, and don't like. If you all think you're going to... Well, Teresa's pretty hot. I mean, she's usually... you'll get a bit of that from Teresa. but not for me.
Wait, what will we get from Teresa?
Like sexy ladies.
Right. We won't get sexy ladies from you.
Yeah, but actually, I was going to say there aren't sexy ladies there, but actually Teresa will be there. She's quite sexy ladies.
I think I'm going to go to about half of these shows, or maybe more. Like, I'd like to go to them all, but I might be like too nap full. I'm definitely going to like some of the Charm World stuff because pretty soon
so I'm going to go on Sunday over to Oakland. So at 6:45 in the evening, they're playing somewhere.
Who is?
I forgot where. Charm World and Supersonic
Oh,
Symbiotic.
shit. I might be going to that as well. I don't remember that as being something I added to my calendar.
I think I invited you to a bunch of things.
I mean, like I should have gotten a digest from your invites. It was like a whole page of emails. It's like,
I mean, the next thing you know, I'm going to be like a music publisher and like have a whole business of making and promoting.
well, I hope you
we'll
are.
see
That'd be
how
awesome.
it goes selling CDs at the show, and being like, yeah, this band's on this album, and we got a bunch of other bands on this album.
Oh, I do have it on my calendar. Supersonic Symbiotic and Charm World at Stay Gold Deli. That makes me hungry.
Yeah, it's a deli. So we could. So I'll drive, and I'll get us a sandwich, and I'm going to try selling some CDs. You wanna do that?
I mean, I'm gonna go just for the sandwiches. Like the bands are just that's the cherry on top.
Stay Gold Deli. That's with Supersonic Symbiotic.
Can we show a picture of one of their sandwiches?
In Charm World. I'm sure we can.
I'd like to get someone as a sponsor. I'm trying to get a sponsor.
We all want sponsors, Chris.
Yeah, but I'll whore real good for one. Come on, Stay Gold Deli. We need you.
Stay Gold Deli, huh?
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. That's what you said.
Well, if they sponsor us, I'll say their name right. Let's see.
Well, yeah, all right. Well, you could talk to them about. Yeah, do they want to sponsor our show?
STAYGOLD Deli. Stay Gold Deli. That's what I have written down, unless I, misspelled it or something.
The bit that came out best was her face, but it wasn't really because, again, it was also difficult. Like the hair, I'm like, well, it's that shape, but actually, that's not really the shape of hair.
I feel like AI, if anything, is like a digital sketch, right? It's a really well rendered sketch. Kind of well rendered, but sketches aren't accurate. It's the illusion of accuracy.
But for a band poster, that's pretty good. But what's a band going to do? They're always going to be stealing some art, I suppose, unless they customize, getting somebody to custom make something. But that's
Good luck.
Well, it's a new era. We'll see what's going to happen with all this AI. But hopefully in a minute, all the robots will be doing jobs. I was talking with my friend Matt Bain, who's a wonderful cartoonist, although he doesn't publish any of his work. I don't know if he's sort of retired from drawing or something. He used to do The Knights of the Shroud, which was a beautifully drawn comic, and a really big fan of his work. And, we were communicating a bit about AI. It just depends to me, I think, where like the root of consciousness is. You know, if it's inherent in everything, then they're going to get annoyed with us. But like animals, you know, they serve us, and I came up with this term, they serve us as edible slaves. Which is not a very nice term, but once I said it, I couldn't unsay.
Are you guys seeing a sandwich?
You're kind
right
of
now?
not wrong though.
It's true. That's what they are. They're like cows. You know, they're serving us quite happily. I don't see them organising a rebellion.
Well, yeah, because it's kind of beyond them. I feel like.
Same with the AIs. I think they'll have a hard time.
I'm looking forward to the show more and more.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing?
About the sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Oh my God! Don't show me that.
Yeah,
I'm so hungry right now.
too.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
I
I
had my
haven't
dinner
eaten
after
yet
the show. I
either.
should start eating dinner before the show.
There's some wood. I don't know how that sells your place. A stack of wood. I guess it's like that's what we cook.
They've got a
That's what we cook
smokehouse.
the meat with. Yeah. We smoke the
Yeah.
meat and we cook it with. Oh, arcade! They've got an arcade.
Ooh, pinball,
Ooh, pinball.
Terminator.
That's a good table.
Scooby-Doo.
The T2 table is a great table. Or is that the original
I'll be
Terminator
back.
table?
Should I go back to it?
Yeah, I like
Yes, we
pinball.
need to
I
study
wanna
well.
see
Yes,
the
we're
Alright, hold on,
pinball
let-
aficionados.
All right,
on
we're
the
gonna
show,
we're gonna rewind here, and I don't know. Can you make this out?
That is the Terminator 2 table.
That's the good one.
What other ones do they have?
Terminator 1.
I can't see. It's a little too small.
Yeah, I can't tell what the other tables are, but
There's looks like Rise Tales and Who Done It? Who Done It? Oh, Fish Tales.
Who Done It?
Looks like Fish Tales. Oh yeah, Fish Tales, Who
Tales.
Done It? And if you look down here at the bottom of the machine where you put in your money, there's Metallica, Fish Tales, and Who Done It, and T2.
Okay,
Yeah.
Ooh, a
Metallica.
Metallica table.
That's a
That
very
one's
good one.
good too.
I mean, I'm gonna try them. I'll try them.
Yeah, the T2 table I would play at the movie theater growing up because my mom would drop us off to go watch a movie and then she wouldn't pick us up right away. And they had a little arcade there, including that T2 table. And so I spent many hours in front of a Terminator 2 pinball table.
I don't really understand pinball. It's fun to play for a little while.
The more you play it, the more addictive
Yeah.
it gets.
Well, I mean, I don't know like the technique or the strategy or what's involved in like being good at it. I'm sure there's something.
You just gotta
they're
keep the
like
ball
each
moving.
team. Yeah,
That's how you're
but
good
yeah,
at it.
each table. The more you play it, the more subtly you can
Damn,
control
look
the
at all
ball.
this stuff. They've got like kegs and then little micro kegs. A lot of kegs. This is just
Boar's head cheese too. That's good.
It's just making me hungry.
Yeah, me too.
I gotta eat. Maybe we should stop doing the stream and eat.
Well, it is 9:00 my time, and I haven't eaten yet.
Yeah, yes. That's right. Yes, no, we're sticking to an hour and a half now. That's good. No longer than that.
Yeah.
We could chat privately off the air, but thank you
Yeah.
everybody.
And
Well,
go to that show at.
I've lost it. There's my glasses.
Where is it?
Oh, we have 3 people watching right
What
now,
was
but
it
that's
called?
good.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
What's
See, I got this one done. This is Path.
oh, that's great. Wait, let's see. Can you go more full
Yeah,
screen
I
on
can.
it? There we go.
No. Ta-da. And then
Did you?
I
do
got
this?
this one done. Dodge.
You did this today?
Yeah, I just did this while we were talking.
She's just doing those on the show. She's really fast.
I like how he's like squeezing the ball down.
In fact, I got a October, what is this, 4th? Yeah, 4th. Dodge. Okay. October 4th Dodge. There, now it's titled. And I can put that back in here. Okay. And then the last one is Map.
Matt.
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah. So let's see. Let me delete that
Well,
layer.
that looked like it could be from Captain T.
I wish I could do this type of thing with music while we're like on air. I wish I could like finish a song.
I gotta send
Well,
you
why
a
can't
link.
you bring your guitar and
I
strum
gotta send
away?
you a link to Freaky Deaky, which was one of the shows I did in Minneapolis. We would write music on air. It was interesting. It was a very interesting show.
But like, I mean, I could write a song while we're.
Wait. I'm
All
going
right,
to end
we're
the
gonna end
show.
the
We'll
show.
discuss this off the
We'll
air.
discuss-
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We were getting a little ahead
Yeah.
of ourselves. Here's the closing music. I
Yeah, I'll
can't
do
find
this,
anything right
and
now.
then that
Okay,
way
here
we
it is.
can.
All right. See you next week, everybody. Thursdays at 6:30.
And I'll put
Here's a theme song for Chuck Whelan Showy. He asked me to write one, but I stole from David Bowie. Here's a theme song. Chuck Whelan is the best. We have lots of hosts, but we're running out of gas. Will you be our guest on? Will you be our guest on? Be on the Chuck Whelan Show. Whoa, 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 whoa.
If you're gonna have a show, you gotta have